Welcome to the Outtake Show. This is episode 77. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Okay. It's a show where we give our outlandish reviews and opinion within the movie and TV world. You're joined with the host of the most, Yarman Juniors, in the building. We also got the silent assassin as well. We got Mazavelli in the building as well. Oh, sorry, trying to take Stitch. Okay, my bad, Stitch. Sorry, my guy. Stitch, you know. $1 billion man, you know.
Yeah.
Making billions out here. Sequel as well. Shout out to you. Yes. What's he saying, Matt? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm very excited for this episode.
Yeah, we got good, we got the bad and the ugly.
Yeah.
literally. Let's get straight into it.
Let's remind people about the most important thing. Guys, tickets for the Black Pub quiz is now available. If you don't miss out on buying tickets, don't be upset that you didn't get tickets because they're going fast.
They're going fast. We got myself and Mazavelli hosting for the first time. We got a bunch of giveaways, bunch of posters, bunch of movie stuff available as well. It's going to be a nice, fun, enjoyable Thursday night. All tickets will be available on the link in whatever platform you're watching on. Just check in the description. A link to the tickets will be there.
That is the 11th of September at 7 p.m. at the Queen's Head. Be there.
Or be square.
Because you're not around.
Nice. See, I didn't even know. I didn't know he was giving Andy Youth and I just went in for it. What you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about this film.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Let's talk about this film. Because you know what? Everyone I know was saying, girl, I don't know about this film. And it was about the way it was marketed.
Yeah, I did hear that. So we're going to be talking about Materialists. This is the second film from, Selena Song? Mm-hmm. This is a second film going from Past Lives, which came out like 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago, and actually took the industry by storm. Won a bunch of awards, got nominated for a bunch of stuff as well. So there was a high anticipation for this film here, which is Materialists. And yeah, like the trailers before watching this film looked cool. It looked interesting.
It was like, let's talk about the positives.
Yes.
We are gonna drag this. Especially, it's already happened in the GC, but the first thing I'm gonna say is that it is shot very beautifully.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
But just because the poo has glitter in it does not mean it's not poo.
Oh shit, we get gunshots. Yeah, I think that sums up this whole freaking film. Bruv, alright man. How do we start with this?
Break down this film? Let's talk about the first act.
What's the film about? The film is about a young woman living in New York that works for a matchmaker company, and her job is to pair people with their perfect match. But while doing this job, she encounters her ex, and she has to battle between. She encounters her ex and encounters what they call a unicorn, which is the perfect match, and she has to pick between her ex
or her ideal man.
Her ideal man.
That was her ideal man, because if you. Okay, guys, we're going to talk about spoilers here. If you actually deep it...
That's triggered.
If you actually deep it, she broke up with her ex-boyfriend.
Which is Chris Evans.
Yeah. Because he was broke, and she was like, you can't give me the lifestyle I want.
Yeah.
So now she's dating the unicorn, a.k.a. Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, which is America's or the world's Daddy. Unicorn. Yeah, that's Daddy right there.
Papa. But like, you get this version, and he ticks every box.
Yeah.
That's her type on paper.
Was it financially stable, smart, tall, attractive?
Bro, did you see that apartment he was living in?
Dresses really well. He's swag. His apartment looks great, and I feel like anyone that's rich will have a nice apartment. But when wealthy, when wealthy men sit down and they sit like this, and it's like. And went on a date, and it's like, I just love how you pay the bill. He's just like...
He was there, he was like...
That was hard. And then when she's at the house, and he's on a business call, and he just gives her a kiss. And he gives her the key.
Ah!
Pedro was in his bag.
Smooth.
It's like, oh yeah. The thing is with the meeting, we have to let's bring the meeting a little bit forward. Take the keys.
And
This guy's balling.
he made coffee for her.
Yeah.
Deep, he made coffee for
Yeah.
Sorry.
He was going crazy. So she's battling between that and Chris Evans.
And then, hold on, one
She's
second.
battling against Mr. Fantastic and Captain America.
Yeah. What is it with Avenger films that aren't actually Avenger films?
I guess she's stuck in the web. I ain't got no drums. Damn it. I need to add that to the sound effects.
So, like, for me, also she saw the engagement ring. Now, I don't care for blood diamonds like that, but that's a rock.
Yeah, he was ready. It
wasn't tacky where it was too big. It was a nice size.
Yeah, it was ready. Yeah. So she meets these two people at the same time at a wedding. She clearly goes for the ideal man, her perfect match, the unicorn, and the film progresses with them being together and dating, and then it seems like she's still interested
in her ex. To a point where when she's having problems at work, she's telling her ex about it and not her man.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? Because I did see, so after watching this movie, obviously, I wasn't the biggest fan of this film. I think it lacked in a lot of part, which we're going to talk about. But there was one aspect of it, which they deal with a sexual assault case or situation that happened with one of her clients, where she matched one of her clients with someone, and it turns out that person sexually assaulted her. I saw people online saying that was that situation or that theme was poorly handled in the film.
I feel like, firstly, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then, like, she made it about her. She made it about her. Like, that's her client. She's obviously gone through a, like, traumatic situation. Why are you then making it about you?
Yeah, I find it kind of creepy when she was, like, following her, trying to talk to her.
That's like, you're harassing someone that's already been harassed. Why are you doing that?
Yeah. It's like she needed closure on it when.
But
nothing.
She's making it about her.
herself. Yeah.
Like allow it.
Yeah.
Just go to therapy like a normal person.
Yes, that theme kind of took me out of it a little bit. There's a lot of themes in this, but
and
I feel
it just came out of nowhere.
I feel like director, there was a lot of themes where I feel like she was trying to hit but wasn't executed to the best. Like I feel like with that scenario, and this is what I perceived from watching it, and I feel like she didn't do a good job at doing it, where she was trying to convey that the person you're looking for shouldn't just tick boxes, because they had the discourse where the client, where she was like, I deserve love, you do deserve love, so why do you part with that person? And she was like, he ticked all the boxes that you wanted, type of thing. And I think that's the message you're trying to get across, that
and I get
the person
that.
you want shouldn't tick a box. They have to be human, and you have to like them for more than what they tick on a piece of paper. I think that's what they were trying to convey. And I believe that's what she was trying to convey. Did she do a best job at doing it? Hell no. And I think this film did a lot of that, was like a lot of messaging didn't do that. One of the biggest things people are saying about this film is broke boy propaganda. On the group chat, you said that, it definitely
is, because like you're crying that you don't want a broke man.
Yeah.
And then now you're actively going out of your way to suffer, and then you're going to despise him for something he can't control, despite the fact you left him for that.
Yeah.
I actually felt sorry for his character, because you could start seeing when he was like, I want to be with you. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You're stressing the man now.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to fit this expectation that he already knows he's going to struggle with. He's happy with the life that he lives. Yes, it's annoying.
I don't think he's the happiest. He seemed like he was going through it. And then you see when he stepped on the condom in the house.
Yeah,
he was living in hell.
His flatmates
That means
are
have
bums.
no respect.
His flatmates are bombs.
Yeah.
Even in university, no one knows.
I was about to say, they're moving like uni students, but uni students don't move like that.
Yeah, literally. Uni students don't even move like that. So, like, I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah.
But, like, for me, what just got me was just the fact that, like, he was doing this whole speech and you could tell he was stressed. Why are you stressing this poor man like this?
Yeah. She had him through the loops. Like, what are we even doing? Do you want me? Do you not want me?
Even when they crashed that wedding, after she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go home now.
Like, bro.
He just drove around. You've had him stressed. You've told him that you've broken up with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
And also, like, if she had personality or something, I get it. I'd fight for her. But what am I fighting for?
It's a bag of bricks.
What am I fighting
Before we
for?
talk about personality, I do want to play a clip because we mentioned Broke by Propaganda. The director actually spoke about this because this was kind of like trending and this is like the main thing people were talking about. Main reason people didn't like the film. So she talked to a podcast called Talk of the Town Sends. So I want to play a clip now. We're in headphones, so you guys should be able to hear it as well. This is her thoughts on it.
I think the wealth is a great drug of our time. I think that we're seeing a society that is so obsessed with wealth and so comfortable with the wealth gap. Poverty is not the fault of the poor. I think that that's a very important thing. And they're being very brutal to somebody like John, who would like to have more money, and he expresses that too, so that he can be better partner to Lucy. It's very brutal to talk about John in a way where you're calling him broke man, or you're calling him in such mean ways.
Pause that. Did I just say, oh, I'm blaming him? I said, no, now she's stressing him to live an expectation of a lifestyle he can't provide for her.
Yeah. But I guess, just to counter that, I feel like she made it clear that I can take care of myself with my money.
I mean, okay.
But
so
she did say, I'm going to leave my job. So.
Yeah. No, but then at the end, they were going to give her a promotion.
Yeah, but it seemed like she wasn't going to take it though.
No, she's gonna take it.
She's
Because
gonna have to.
They literally said any money. That's a nice 2K.
Yeah.
200K. 200K.
Yeah. So I guess from this clip, she's trying to say that, I guess the message is, don't be with someone just for money.
That's. I ain't saying I ain't a gold digger, but.
I ain't messing with no.
But like, at the end of the day, I've had my fair share of being with certain people, but I'm not gonna then put a certain expectation of this is the lifestyle I want and you have to be able to provide that. That's not fair on them.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's fair that she pushed that on him. And yes, she loves him, but now she's going to be spiteful or have some sort of angst towards him when she can't get what she wants.
Yeah.
That's not fair on him.
And also, I feel like she didn't really develop at all in this film. Like, it wasn't like she learned, okay, like money's not the main thing. I don't know if she actually learned any of that.
She saw that my man got leg operation. Okay, Pedro Pascal's character got height surgery, which is essentially like you segment parts of your bones. I think it's your tibia and the parts in your thigh, and then they stretch it, and then it repairs, but you actually have to relearn how to walk again.
Yeah.
And so she sees that he's got the scars, and she goes, ugh. And then it's funny because at the beginning of the film, she goes, oh, but it's an investment. Like, it makes a man go from 200.
Do you believe that?
I don't think it's... Look, at the end of the day, we're living in an age where people are doing the most.
Yeah.
The people are doing the most.
Yeah.
I've had cosmetic stuff, like, nothing drastic.
Yeah.
But I have had... It was my teeth.
Yeah.
There's no way you can't say, nah, that didn't happen, because if you go back to the old videos, you will see it. And I was doing Invisalign. But, like, that's cosmetic.
Yeah.
Of course, it has its advantages, but, like, it was cosmetic. And I'm not going to be like, oh, you can't do anything cosmetic meanwhile I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to do it, do it. But, like, don't then don't make me sound hypocritical when I say, oh, that gives me the ache.
Yeah,
What?
that's crazy. I have to say that scene is probably one of the worst scenes I've seen this year in a movie. I went on Letterboxd, obviously went on Letterboxd to put my review. I gave it 2 stars. Then I read the reviews and I remember someone mentioned the leg scene. Then I completely forgot about it and I was like, oh yeah, that scene was horrible. Change the star to a 1. Push that to the
It's
side.
only 2 stars because Pedro did phenomenal.
He was cool.
And Chris did really well as well.
Chris needs help, man. We need to talk to Chris, man. Chris, I feel like Chris can act, but the films that this guy's in since after Avengers, Lord have mercy, Chris.
Yeah, but also...
Find help. Help him. Chris, call your agent, find them all, do what Jordan Peele do, get a new team, please.
What was his filmography like before?
You know what? You're right. Because before he was in a, not another teenage movie,
Yeah,
which
that
is
was
like
funny.
a parody.
Yeah.
But that was like, it's a bad film. It's funny, but it's a bad film.
But it was meant to be
Let me
bad.
find the rest, because he was on some bullshit.
What's your number?
I think the only good film he was before then was Snowpiercer. You know the
Yeah. Bong was saving him.
But I feel like he was in it. I don't think Bong wanted him as a first choice. I think someone declined and we ended up with him.
I could see Jake Gyllenhaal in that character.
He was in a film called Losers. He was in Scott Pilgrim. He was in a film called Push. Shit. The only good thing he did to me after Avengers was Knives Out. Since then, he was in that horrible film called Ghost, which was like a Apple rom action
with
movie.
Amanda Amant.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Anna de Armas.
Then The Grey Man, the red one, with The Rock and my girl. Oh no, that's Lucy Liu. Nah, I'm put respect on Lucy Liu still. He hasn't had good choices.
Yeah, but like
since the beginning.
I think he's just doing it because he can. Like,
Yeah.
but he hasn't. His filmography hasn't been the best.
It hasn't been the best, but realistically, on paper, this film sounds like, yeah, this is a good choice for you, Chris Evans, to do. It's just,
it wasn't even just the writing.
Yeah. The casting.
I had to ask imagine I'm watching the film and I had to ask myself, can Dakota Johnson act?
You know what? Yeah. She can't.
Can you name me a film where she's done phenomenal with?
No. You know what's mad? I actually got confused with another woman. Because I was like, she can't act. But there's this one film that people really like. And I feel like she must have been good in it. And the film was like called End of the Fucking World or The Last...
Oh, that's not her. That's a British bird, babe.
Yeah. I thought... I got my wax confused. So I thought it was her. And I was like, I need to watch that first before making my mind up. Then I realised it wasn't her. I was like, oh, okay, maybe she can't act. She does what I think Michael B. Jordan has been doing for a lot of his career, where it's like they have this tone where it's like I can't see them as the character they're portraying, but just as them. And she's just bland.
She's just reading the script.
She's just ready sorted crisps. Like.
Don't disrespect the sorted crisps. You know you get those packet of crisps, right? And then you have to add in the salt and then shake the bag.
Oh, those are hard.
Yeah. But you haven't added in the salt, so they're
it's just crisp.
It's just plain potato.
Plain potato. Tasca Vadio. Crisp and no salt in it. Again, so yeah, her personality wasn't strong enough for this film because her chemistry wasn't enough to make me believe that these people would desire her like that.
Do you know what I said to you in the group chat?
You have a bigger
chemistry
with buzzballs.
Yeah, I have more chemistry than with buzzballs.
Yeah, literally. Facts. We've seen it. We've seen it multiple times.
So
first love.
Because like this, yeah, it was sad because you could see Pedro and Chris really trying to build this chemistry, and then the camera would flip and you just see.
Yeah, just.
Why am I looking at a straight face, babe? Smile. Yeah. Crease, something. Sparkle in your eye. Put some glitter on or something. What's the Nollywood quote? Shine your eyes, bruv.
Yeah, she was not it, man. Compared to two people that can actually act. What do you think is next for a song? Obviously, this is their second film. It's getting a lot of mixed reviews. Be fair, I did see some people championing this film. There's a group of people that do like this film quite a lot.
Yeah, but are those the people? Okay, so I've had this conversation.
Say it.
The people that enjoy this, are they the people that go to the cinema regularly?
Oh wait, hold on. Maybe not, but there was one person that is a
cinema. Yeah, I know. Also, and our homeboy.
Yeah, championed as well.
Yeah, he liked it, and I was like, "Are you sure, babe? Are you watching what I was watching?" But he's a fan of her, so it makes sense.
Oh, the director.
Yeah. Of Selena song.
I think that's that's a contradiction though. 'Cause I feel like if you're a fan of her, then you have to admit that this film ain't it.
Yeah.
Because I liked Past Lives. I don't think I like Past Lives like most people, but I really enjoyed Past Lives. I thought it was really good. It showed a great director and it showed great writing as well. So this film, there was a lot of moments where I was like, no way Song wrote this. Like, this feels so out of place.
And do you know what?
I needed to see if this was part of the strikes because the script must have got stopped at some point and she couldn't touch it no more.
Do you remember when everyone was mad because they were like, why is she always making the white man the ideal gaze?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like those people need to shut up now because...
Bruh. I know, what do you think is next for her? What do you think is going to be
I think
her
she's
next
going to
approach?
go back into her writing. I hope that she doesn't do a rom-com again. It'd be interesting.
But I think that's her style. I think
I
this is what
know.
Jordan Peele does with horror. I think this is what she's going to do.
But like, I want her to like to be playful, expand. Maybe do like a blend of romance and something else
Yeah.
instead of a rom-com, like romance and I don't know, a thriller. Ooh.
I'll be, you know what? After seeing this film, I'll be interested in her to do something that she didn't write and just direct it because I was very disappointed with the writing for this.
But do you think it's a situation where, like you've said before in the past, she's doing too much because she was the producer, she wrote it and she directed it?
Yeah, I think she had a lot on her belt and I think she felt the pressure of this being my next film and a lot of people loved my first one.
And then like when you look at her partner who also did Challenges, his next project after Challenges, he just wrote it.
Yeah.
So maybe it might be worth her either just writing something or just directing it and then building it up. I mean, it's not a thing where like she can't do both, but I don't think it should be a thing where she does both at the same time.
Yeah, oh yeah, I understand. Yeah. Unless she does a great job. But it's not looking good at this very moment. Any last thoughts on Materialists?
I don't know. Like, I actually don't know what was going on when I was watching it. Can you please comment below? Because I've actually asked this and no one has replied. What is your favourite performance of Dakota Johnson on screen? Because no one's been able to tell me an answer.
Yeah, like what has she done outside of
Madam Web
and Thing and 50 Shades? She hasn't done much, has she?
She has.
She has, well, on here it's saying The Social Network. Apparently she was in that. She was in 21 Jump Street. She was in Need for Speed. She was in Black Mass. She was in Wounds. She's in films that I think were bad and don't know of. Good luck to her, man. Shout out to her, man. She got divorced.
Can we not talk about that?
Is that why she's outside? You know what?
Speaking of divorce, Smoke.
Who wants Smoke? Okay, cool. Let's talk about Smoke instead, man. In the comments below, let us know what you think about Materialists. I am interested to see who liked it and who didn't like it. So do let us know in the comments down below what you think. But yeah,
And let us
move
know
on.
what element you actually liked. Because maybe we missed something out.
Yeah, true.
Blindsided by other opinions.
Yeah. Let's talk about Smoke. This is a new TV show that is on Apple TV. It follows two arsonist investigators that team up. No, it's an arsonist investigator that teams up with a police detective that go on a race to stop two arsonists that are causing chaos around the city.
Yeah. And like, whatever you expect, you're wrong.
Yeah,
You're
we're gonna do
massively
a
wrong.
lot of spoilers in this one.
We had the season finale on Friday.
Yeah.
And shout out to the team at Apple because they were providing us with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Apple likes us, boy.
Yeah, we're very lucky. I
We
think
like Apple as well.
We love Apple.
At the moment, still.
Yeah.
At the moment, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job still.
I feel like I really want to see the pyrotechnics behind how they did this because this is a very practical based show.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of actual live fires.
Yeah, from the opening scene, that was intense when he's like battling, when he's by himself in the house that's burning down on him, that was like, oh shit, like we were really playing with fire. Like really getting to the visual styles of fire.
And it's not even just that, the opening credits.
Yeah, oh yeah. It is beautiful chaos. That is like, fire is always beautiful to look at. I don't care who you are, but when you see fire, there's something magical about it that you just stare at. And this film plays with the magic of it and the extreme dangers of it as well.
It's enchanting.
Yeah.
Like, you can stare at it, but it's hard for you to turn your back away from fire.
Yeah.
And I think that's like what the premises is. It's hard for you to turn your back from fire. And in this case, you see why people become so enticed to start a fire.
Yeah. I think that's what the film really dives into, the show, I should say, really dives into people that have experienced horrible PTSD from fire, but people that have been conditioned or experienced something that had a huge amount of fire in their past that has now made them behave a certain way.
As a result of their relationship with fire.
Yeah.
So, oh my god, where do we start? So basically, this is also based off of a true story.
Yeah.
So it was inspired by a podcast called Firebug.
Yeah.
And this was a true crimes podcast following an arsonist called John Leonard Orr, and he did fires from 1984 to 1999. Yeah. 1999 was officially when he was arrested. He was actually a serial arsonist, mass murderer, and former firefighter. He was a firefighter that became a investigator slash arsonist.
Yeah, which is, spoiler alert, the show.
Yeah, that is the show for you.
Because we found out, what's the actor's name again?
Taron Egerton.
Taron Egerton, which is a really good, he's a good actor.
He's a phenomenal actor. So he plays a guy called Dave Goodson.
Yeah, Dave Goodson. And you find out, I think it's within the first or second episode, that he's the one that's he's one of them causing the
yeah,
fires.
because like as I think it's the first episode, isn't it? Afterwards, when he's walking out the store,
yeah,
and you're like, oh
shit, okay, this is what we're doing.
It's you
all along.
Oh
damn! What's that clip of Ice Cube? It was you.
It was you. Damn. Oh, we're gonna have to eventually watch that film.
Bro, I'll watch that film, bro. That's the war of the worlds within myself, bro, watching that film.
He's one of the arsonists, along with a guy called Freddie, who works at like a KFC or Chick-fil-A.
I really liked Freddie's performance. He was scary as hell. Because he seemed like he represent the working class person that the world just was not treating the best. And he literally just wanted to have the whole world burn. Like, he was a villain. And he did horrendous acts.
But you understood why.
Yeah.
Because... let's spoil it.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil it. But okay. he became relatable in the sense of someone that wants to make it in the world, but
the world keeps kicking him down.
Yeah.
So to put backstory, he'd been in and out of the foster system throughout his childhood, and then he eventually stayed at this one house from like 15 to like 18.
Yeah, around his early teens.
And then once he turned 18, they basically were like, yeah, we're not getting any money from you. No, deuces.
So he's left in the streets.
He's left in the streets. And what he does essentially is he goes back to the house.
Yeah.
And kills everyone with a fire.
Yeah. And that's the start of it.
That's the start of when he started doing it.
Normally it's a kid that kills ants and starts becoming a serial killer.
Yeah.
He went straight for the kabam.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from there he was doing a madness. I just like the performance.
But then he stopped.
He did stop, yeah.
And he was working in this like Chick-fil-A, KFC type thing.
Yeah.
He tried to go into management. They said no. And when...
Let's be real, he was never going to get that job.
But like, it was...
When he went for that interview, and it was like, oh, what's the key value of a customer? And he was like, to serve them. You know how you speak slow. Like, bro, you're not getting this job. Why do you think he's
And
gonna
it
get
was
this
like, you knew he was starting to become tapped because he'd look at the fire in a type of way. Because he was the one that was the fryer, innit?
Yeah.
So he'd always be touching the fire and he would burn himself and he was used to it.
Yeah.
So, like, he just started looking at the fire weird. And then that's when you see the first incident where he just randomly goes to this couple that are having fun. Where he goes to this bar or whatever.
Yeah.
He sees this couple and he follows them because they were having fun and they're happy and they get what he doesn't have.
Yeah.
And he just kills them.
I found that
Well-
very, like, not moving, but I was, like, very, like, oh, shit. Because the detectives were so quick to figure out he did this because they had fun. Because they was like, oh, why did they go for him? And the people were explaining, oh, before they got attacked, they were at the bar, they were drinking, they were talking. And all the detectives were like, oh, so they were having fun. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, arsonist is someone that, what they were depicting in the show is like, an arsonist is someone that wants to see everything burn. He doesn't like happiness, doesn't like other people experience happiness. And that was their motives. And to find out that the arsonist that we were following all along is a part of that as well. He wants to see complete chaos as well. So I really liked how he digged into that. I didn't like the fact that obviously he gets captured. Freddy gets taken down.
Bro, that episode where he gets caught.
That's hard. Freddy, I don't want to die.
No, it's not even just that one. It's when he's like, I'm here. Don't worry, man, I'm here. And then you just see Taron Egerton, aka Dave, with a whole boner.
Oh shit, that was cold. Yeah.
And
yeah,
the thing
That was
is,
cold.
like, my guy tried to cheat on his wife, but he has ED, erectile dysfunction.
yeah.
So like, he was getting off at the idea of this whole situation, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's...
He did some really good detective work though, because he's so used to doing the crimes himself. He was
got
like the
into the
perfect person
mindset.
to get him. And obviously Freddie became somewhat like a friendship with a customer that constantly goes there.
She gave him the trim for his interview.
Yeah, he went to her house. He's trying to kill her. She's standing there, he's putting gasoline all over the floor. She's crying for help. And then Taron
Egerton.
Okay, I'm not gonna get that right. He comes through, he throws the gun. He points the gun at him. He's about to light the fire. He sees what's going on. He goes,
shoots.
He turns the gun upside down and flings it like a boomerang. Knocks Freddy down or makes him unaware to light the fire. And then he gets the hose or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's the extinguisher. No,
Extinguisher.
Yeah, he gets it, pulls it.
And then my guy's looking up at him. She's like, oh my God. And he's got a whole thing. And then, like, everyone's looking like, what the fuck?
He's turned the fuck onto that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. But finding that out, and then obviously Freddy, he kills himself in the prison cell. I didn't like that storyline, because I feel like he was... I guess the show was trying to say that he wasn't a main character, but the way he dies, and then the story just carries on, and we kind of just
Yeah, that
don't
annoyed
even, like,
me.
mention him anymore. It's like...
Yeah, so he's... I don't know if I'm going to pronounce his name correctly, but he's...
His performance is really good.
Natare Manawan?
Yeah.
He's a American-Ugandan actor.
Oh, he was incredible.
Yeah, and he does stage, so it shows.
Okay, he was incredible.
Yeah, and he does documentaries as well.
Okay, dope.
But yeah, like, I really want to see more of his works. I can't... He was in Blood Diamonds.
Oh, shit. Fair.
Of course, he was NCN. Was it CIS?
He was CIS.
He was in CIS.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair. Yeah, that was sick. I think the next, like, turning point for this show was probably the second to last episode, where shit goes. This is where the story kind of turns completely, because now we're about to... the whole squad has now realized that this is the guy. He's the other arsonist, but they
Yeah.
can't prove it yet. So they're doing all types of ways to figure out how to nab him. And they're close. They're close to nabbing him. But the side story is that the female detective...
Who is working with the arsonist investigator called... So her name is Michelle Cadero.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce the actress's first name.
I just know it's Smollett.
Yeah, Smollett.
Smollett is her surname.
Journey? similar. Someone's gonna butcher me and be like, "You should know," but like,
No,
allow me.
we
She
shouldn't know, though.
she was in Love Country.
Yeah,
so
that's what she's mostly known for.
Yeah, you know she can do these action-based roles.
Yeah, I
And
love that her side story connects towards the end. Obviously, she has this weird relationship with her boss at the time, where she was having an affair. Well, he was having an affair with her. Well, he was literally. You know what? This is where it's like, this is a prime example of when you fall in love with your side chick, because her boss, they were messing with each other. He was married, but he was willing to leave his wife and kids to be with her. She said, "I'm not doing that." He already did it, and he's like, "I already left my wife and kids. What do you mean? We're meant to be together." Da, da, da. And obviously, she gets demoted.
Bear in mind, she had been. He was going at her house. She would call him when she was having moments. She had a very troubled childhood.
Yeah, of course.
Her mum tried to set her on fire.
Yeah, because she was addicted to meth. So that storyline ties in towards the second to last episode, where she's with the detective, essentially her boss. They're having a talk. It seems like everything's been smoothed over.
Yeah, and then
great.
she was like, "Oh, let's go hang out at yours." You could tell that he like.
I think she was initiating.
Bro, she knew that his house was empty because he's just left his wife. She was seeing all the boxes, so she knew he was going through something.
Yeah, but she pulled out last minute because he was like this, and he's like, "No, I thought we were friends."
Also, actually, I have a question. So, like, obviously, he's like, "No, but you were trying it on with me. You came over, you asked me here, and da da da." And then, like, she hits him. How did he die?
How did he die?
Yeah.
Oh, because she punched him in his throat, so his windpipe, he couldn't breathe. That's why he took out his pocket and gave her the pen. Because she was meant to get the pen and poke it so he can have a new air hole. But bruv, I watched that clip.
She was so pathetic.
That was a good 5 minutes of her just look at him like, "Oh shit, I can let him die." And then he died, and then she started crying. I was like, bruv.
And then she's having flashbacks of when they were like cuddled up having pillow
like,
talk.
Brother, do you hear the pillow talk they were having? She was like, he was like, if you smile, smile if you love me. And she's like, I was like, what's going on? I was like, so you don't want to, you didn't want him to leave his wife. But
you were doing that.
You're doing that. She's like, I was like, oh.
But she's tapped in it.
But like, she kills him. And then she realizes that what she's done, so she does what she knows best, start a fire. But when she starts this fire, she realizes that she has to pin it on someone. And then she goes in her car and realizes she's got a piece of Dave's belongings, which is gloves. So she leaves it there, trying to set him up. And then we have the season finale, where it's like everything kind of.
And bear in mind, a lot of stuff happened before. So like she teamed up with Dave's previous partner, Ezra.
That he got fired.
Yeah.
Because he was also trying to get him nabbed as well.
And he said, "Oh, like he's not okay because he shot himself in the
I feel sorry for him, man, because he just wanted to be he's actually a good detective.
He's a good detective, but he turned into such a bum. And he was like, they were like, "Are you okay? What are you on?" He's like, "Well, maybe a little bit of this, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of that. But you know what? It's the morning, bro. You have a cocktail of drugs in your system."
Yeah, he was lit. He was like that song we played.
The Amory song.
Yeah, he took all those drugs, pills, everything.
Hey.
There's a lot of characters, and what I love, there's so much characters in this, but have their own little side stories that's going on, and at some points it all ties in certain episodes. And I think the finale happens where there's still a lot of questions to be answered, but it gives you enough answers where you're like, okay, I'm excited for next season.
Because also okay, so her mum is like potentially going on parole.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna come out of jail, and like the second to last episode, she meets up with her sister-in-law, and she's like, yeah, so like she's coming, and she's like, she's gonna bring out the worst out of your husband, which is her brother.
When we finally see her in person, we're gonna see how she rocks.
I think she's doing her stuff again. I'm telling you, she's on that BS.
Probably, yeah, probably. Like you mentioned it off camera that she might be the person that's starting these new fires, because in the last episode we see this huge fire come about. I know she has a past of doing fires. She's coming out of jail, and now she might be the new arsonist. So we don't know.
I'm telling you,
a lot of things are
or
unfolding.
Michelle is become addicted.
It felt like she was. It felt like at the last episode she was like slowly enjoying fire.
Because, like, she already has that really weird relationship with fire as a result of her mum, innit?
Yeah. So I feel like now her mum's coming back is gonna spark something in her, literally like spark like a fire in her to do more. And obviously
It's ignited.
I need to get the drums. I'm gonna get the drums soon. I'm gonna get the drums soon. But I guess the big reveal is the fact that we find out that our protagonist has mixed personalities, and his whole time he was perceived as this fit, macho white man, I should say, but in reality he is an overweight man that's bold and he splits himself into two personalities, one being a hero and one being this pathetic guy.
Basically, he was an incel.
Pretty much. There was a lot of like incel comments he would mention throughout this whole season. It was very interesting seeing our actor in this position, because I always see him like play like the likable character.
Yeah, so it was like weird because I was like, a part of me wanted to root for him because Taron has always had those characters.
Yeah.
But then you're just like,
Oh,
you're a horrible person.
You're doing too much.
Like,
Killed
you're
kids.
actually, yeah.
Yeah, he did
He's
too
like,
much.
no. Remember when he got Ezra to light that random caravan and it turned out there was dogs in there?
Oh yeah. He's like, I didn't know that. I swear, I didn't know that. Or even like his sexual fetish that he was into.
Oh, like he was into fire play.
Yeah.
And it like burnt his ex-wife.
Yeah. Left scars on her because he was playing with fire on her. It's insane. But it's a really good show. I recommend a lot of people to watch it. Obviously, it has been announced that season 2 is happening, so we do have that to look forward to as well. Be nice to see where to take it. There's a lot of angles they can take the show.
Yeah, and it's like it's a proper like thriller, like a
Yeah.
proper noir thriller.
Yeah, so much elements.
Because like you could actually hear he was writing a noir about the fire things.
Yeah.
So he was treating himself like a detective at the beginning, and
That's hard.
he was like recording. He was like, so there was this fire, and
Yeah,
and then
I love that. The show really was playful. I thought it was gonna be really like dark. Obviously it is, but there was moments where it was like it got a little playful and a little bit campy, a little bit
silly goofy.
Yeah.
Like even when the guy who worked at the KFC.
Oh, the white guy.
No.
Freddie.
Freddie.
Yeah.
He has one best friend at his workplace, the white guy.
Yeah.
And so he takes him to like this like rundown like thought park or playground or whatever.
Yeah, like a theme park.
Theme
place.
park. And they're like hanging out and they're having a beers because he basically was like sacked off his work and was like, I'm leaving. And he starts freaking out his colleague and he says, you need to leave in this time.
Yeah.
So then you're stressed, and then at the back of his mind, as he's walking, he kept thinking that Freddie was behind him.
Oh yeah, I'll be paranoid.
No, and then so like, do you remember? It looked like he was walking behind him,
Yeah.
and then he turned around and he disappeared. And I was like, wait,
Probably
so
thought
that was his imagination. I was stressed. Because he gave him a set of directions, and he said, if you don't do that way, you're screwed.
Yeah, and his directions were very like
Specific.
I'm not gonna
remember that shit.
I'm not remember this. I don't remember this at all. The thing is, Freddie's so scary, but he's such an old man. Like you can easily just push him and he'll fall. But like the aura of like you feel like he can do a lot of more damage, and which he can. It's sad that his character died. I would really wish that his character was alive in prison. I wanted to get more of an understanding
Like
of what he was doing.
imagine if he started doing arsons in prison.
Ooh. Or he was the guy that helps them get the other arsonists because he knows about them.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
That'd have been sick.
Yeah.
Because he kills himself, and obviously, I like the fact that you saw visuals of his life going through it in his eyes. That was beautiful. It was a really good show.
Visually, it was also stunning as well.
Yeah.
I really want to see the behind the scenes. Apple, I want to see the behind the scenes.
I'm sure we're going to get that because this feels like a very technical production. Like, I'm sure they had to caption some of it.
They had to. There's no way, because they would have to have practiced a lot of the fires beforehand before even doing it on set. So like, I definitely would want to see the behind the scenes stuff because, oh my gosh, it's so fascinating. There's this one scene where Dave's character is doing a like fire firefighter instructor class about the dangers of fire and how it's like beautiful chaos and you can't, it just happens by chance. And so there's like a fire there and there's a fire there and two random bins and there's a fire behind him.
Yeah.
It's just like, how did they plan this?
Yeah.
How did they make sure that it was safe on set? Because there were so many like different variables that would have made it such a danger.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for season 2. I'm definitely excited to see some behind the scenes stuff as well. It's just one of the great shows that's on the Apple TV, man.
Apple's really doing it.
they're
Oh, you
doing
know what
bits.
I've been watching recently on Apple?
What's that?
Platonic.
Platonic is good. Yeah, the show's hard. You've been seeing season 1.
No, I'm on season 2 now.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start season 2 again soon. I had to jump on. I just jumped back on streaming sites, so I had to watch. I started with Smoke, so I'm playing catch up right now. But yeah, Platonic's good. I love that. It was funny. I really like the fact that on Platonic it's actually platonic.
Yeah.
You know, normally it's like obviously those hints, but it was always
But
like
it's insinuated, and it's like, no, like, it's genuinely platonic.
Yeah, we
and
actually
it
cool.
annoys me as well, because, like, people think that men and women can't have platonic relationships. And I'm like, okay, but, like, this is just an example. Lesbians and straight women are friends, so why can't straight people that are the opposite sex be friends? That's so dumb.
Yeah, I think people put this notion on men that men just want one thing, and it's like, nah, people can have a platonic relationship, and I think this show does a great job of actually showing what that can look like.
And they be doing crackhead stuff.
They're attacking. It's like you see the innocence of them. When they see each other, they see themselves as kids. They go back to being kids again, and it's like they're each other's escape from the real world. So that whenever the world's doing too much, they run to each other.
On,
yeah.
like to do well as adults.
You know how much linebacks they kick down? They kicked bare linebacks. Every time a lineback got fucked up, I was like, bruv.
You know, do you remember that episode where they just like started throwing them? They like swinging them like discus and
like who writes that?
even when was it, she ends up hanging out with her husband because her husband's like they're secretly having an affair, and then he's like no, so they go to like a Dodgers. Have you got to that episode yet?
Was it season 2?
No, it's season 1.
I've seen all season 1, yeah.
Where they go for the Dodgers game, the baseball game, and then they end up hanging out, and then it's like the three of them. So it's like her husband, and him, and they all get along, and it's like thank God for that.
Yeah, and that's settled. But then obviously there was it was a really good show. I'm looking forward to season 2. I want to see how they angle it. Seeing that Seth Rogen's got it seems like he's got a lot of credit with Apple because he's got that, of course, the studio. I won't be surprised if he ends up doing something else with them as well. You want to talk about news?
Well, I mean, there is also the other. So Apple are doing a new film.
Yeah.
Lowest to Highest.
Oh yes, they do have that's good. That was a really good segue.
Thank you.
Should put like a sound effect for good segues. We do have Lowest to Highest. This is Spike Lee's next film, along with Denzel Washington
and A$AP Rocky.
Yeah, apparently this is Spike Lee and Denzel Washington's like 6th film together.
Because they did Malcolm X, which you did a review on.
Yeah, there's countless of
too many of
it's like,
them.
oh shit, I didn't really deep they're like a duo. Like I thought I knew Malcolm X, but I didn't know about others. Now that this film's coming out, there is some screenings of I think Rich Mix. Someone's doing like a list of like old Spike Lee films, and Denzel's pretty much in like 80% of them. But we do have Highest to Lowest is coming out. It's under A24 and Apple TV as well. This is meant to be a remake from a film that was made in the 80s or the 90s, which follows a executive that works in the music industry whose son gets kidnapped, and it's like a toss between the music exec and the kidnapper, which I believe in this case is A$AP Rocky. So it's A$AP Rocky versus Denzel Washington. This film is out this week, and despite having Spike Lee, which is probably one of the best living directors, and Denzel Washington, which is the best, greatest living actor of all time, there has been no marketing whatsoever on this film. At first we thought it was just going to come out into theaters, but now it's going to be in theaters for a week or two, then going straight into Apple TV. A lot of people that are huge fans of both creatives are disappointed on Apple, particularly Apple, and particularly A24, because Apple has somewhat of a record of not being the best,
Best
at
at
marketing.
marketing, which we've covered before.
Yeah.
But like again, it's still a new avenue or new channel for Apple as a whole to go through. So there's a lot of dangers and risks that they need to think about, especially when it comes to which audience they're targeting.
Yeah.
So that's a big issue in general. But with highest to lowest and A24, this is continuing a repetition of black films not getting the limelight that they need.
Yeah, and I think I kind of blame mostly A24, because so people have gone online talking about this. There's a post on Twitter where people have listed a bunch of films that hasn't been getting the limelight, and a lot of them that's actually listed on here is actually under A24. So these are a bunch of black films, black led movies that have not been marketed, that have been under marketed, and that obviously is highest to lowest. We also have Sing Sing, we have Nickel Boys. Sing Sing and Nickel Boys both got Oscar nominations, so I don't understand why there wasn't much of a push on that front. We have Becoming a Guinea Fowl, which is a really incredible film, which I feel like people unfortunately didn't know about because once again wasn't marketed correctly.
It wasn't marketed correctly, and also in terms of accessibility, it was really hard for a lot of people.
Yeah, it was very limited in
so
theatres.
I think productions like them ones who've worked with
Shout out them ones.
free books
campaign
really did something amazing a couple weeks back, where they made it a free screening for anyone to go to, and it made it accessible because it is a BAFTA award-winning film as well.
Yeah, and it seemed like, because we was there for the screening for it, like the audience really enjoyed the film. Like they really appreciated that this story was made. It really touched on stuff that, especially in like the African background, that doesn't really get talked about. So it seems like it's A24, which you kind of feel that will understand world cinema to know how to promote a African film. Going on the top of the list, there's more films like The Fire Inside, Earth Mama, 1001, which is also another film that got a lot of praise for.
Earth Mama got a lot of praise. Didn't it win for BAFTAs last year as well?
Yeah, I believe it won a BAFTA. We got All Dirt's Taste of Salt, which I'm not familiar with. They got They Clone Tyrone. We got Till. We got Parson and the Five Bloods. The Five Bloods, which I think is a Spike Lee film that came out on Netflix.
Passing is based off of a real story as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this post has gone on online. Over 3,000 people have responded to it. Yeah, it's kind of gone viral. Where people are now talking about black-led movies that haven't been marketed, and I don't understand why. I guess I do understand why, in the sense of they don't see these films as marketable.
What marketable to black audiences, or black audiences wouldn't want to see that.
Yeah,
However,
or they don't value black viewers as financial as they do white viewers. They see white viewers as, this is how we're going to make money. Black viewers ain't enough for us to make money.
Which I think is heartbreaking, especially because Highest to Lowest was a Japanese film classic called High to Low.
Yeah,
but
okay.
also known as Heaven and Hell.
Yeah.
It's a translation.
When did it come out?
Came out in 1963.
1960. Okay, 60s. I was way off.
So
That's
like
80s. God
so
damn.
it's a 1960s based film, and like it's based off of a book, as I think it's a book. Based off of a novel called The King's Ransom.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's so many different ways to segment this in terms of audiences, but because it is ultimately a black film, they've kind of just decided not to, which is a huge shame.
Yeah.
We've got Spike Lee, we've got Denzel Washington. It's an adaptation of Japanese classic film from the 60s.
It is literally one of the easiest films to market. It has a huge
and it's
actor,
it's a book adaptation.
a huge director that won Oscars recently. And then we have A$AP Rocky and Ice Spice, which can appeal to a younger audience. Obviously, A$AP Rocky is a huge rapper in the fashion industry, in streetwear. Of course, it does help the fact that he is with Rihanna as well, that adds to stardom. She'll be there on the red carpet. There's so much angles. Then you have Ice Spice, obviously musically maybe not being praised as she once was, but very marketable for you to put in the limelight. She can appeal to Gen Z easily, but for some reason we're not putting the dimes into it. And then we look at another film, especially on the Apple's roster, F1, which got promoted to the skies as much as
Isn't it
possible.
also coming back on IMAX?
Yeah, they're doing a re-release as well. That reminded me. There's one clip I wanted to play for us, because obviously this has gone all over internet now. People talking about this film. Now the film is getting a lot of good reviews on it, so it's not as if it's a bad film. There was this woman that I found online. If I just find the clip real quickly, where she spoke about the marketing on this and saying perhaps they're doing a different angle, which is quite interesting, where they're gonna market the film after opposed to before.
Yeah, but then isn't the whole point is you get gross during the cinema run versus during streaming? You don't get that much money during streaming.
Yeah, look, that is true. I don't know how it works. Let me play a clip because I can't remember exactly what she said. One sec.
Odd to me that we have had very little to no promo for the Spike Lee, Denzel Washington, and A$AP Rocky film, Highest to Lowest, which comes out in like 3 or 4 days. Those 3 names alone, they are a cultural trifecta. And yet you've probably seen more promo for a random Netflix rom-com. Maybe it's an oversight, but it coming from A24 and Apple TV, I'm gonna bet that it's what I call an afterglow launch. Meaning you are holding your budget and pacing it for the moment that it's gonna pay off the most. Now, for prestige films, that payoff isn't always the opening weekend box office. It's much more about streaming lifetime value or the long tail of the movie being out. New subscribers go to the platform to watch the movie, or less people cancel their subscription or churn off of the platform because they like the movie. You've also got award season buzz and cultural relevance that can last up to years. Think Everything Everywhere All at Once. It had a slow start but then owned the cultural conversation for like a year. Or Frank Ocean's Blonde. It had a quiet release, but then it had this long-term streaming dominance because fans were obsessing over it and critics were praising it. The Afterglow launch actually works really well when it's done right. You seed credibility early with festivals or insiders. You let word of mouth build, and then you push your budget hard when you can prove that it delivers. When critics are raving, when customers are posting about it, when your usage data is climbing. Or you've got testimonials that you can push that make other people lean in. And this doesn't just work for film or the arts. If you're launching a product, a feature, an album.
Okay,
You get
but
the drift.
I
So
feel like
she's basically saying, is this a new approach of doing what she calls the afterglow rollout, where you promote the product or the film or whatever after the launch opposed to before?
I don't know how I feel about that because it's the idea of relying on it to become a cult classic. What happens if it doesn't?
Yeah.
A cult classic especially on modern terms, there needs to be some sort of buzz beforehand a little bit.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no one's gonna watch it.
Yeah, and it's like, are we just relying off the names of these big people that are involved in it? I mean, it doesn't matter how big you are. A button has to be pressed, unless you're freaking Beyonce and do like an album release like last minute. But like those things only work for a certain amount of people.
That happens over, and I get that we've got these huge careers out of Denzel Washington and Spike Lee, but like, put some respect on their name. They've put so much work and hours and money into this. I think it's only right that they get the same amount of marketing as any other film.
Yeah.
You can't completely rely on the fact that people like it afterwards.
Yeah. Do you
Because
think?
if no one's talking about it, no one's going to watch it.
Yeah, and at this very moment, it's really just us, specifically the black audience, that's actually promoting this film.
And I know it was, and she was saying, but also after some time, it's going to get festival hype. Babe, it was at Cannes.
Yeah,
It was at Cannes.
That's the only time we actually heard about it.
That was the first time we actually heard that he was doing something.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think that's right.
Yeah. Do you think this?
Because then it's an accessibility issue. Yes, it's going to be on streaming, but then like once it goes off streaming and it goes into festivals again, the average Tom, Bob, and Harry can't have access to that.
It's lost. It's lost already. Do you think? Obviously, before this film came out, Spike Lee actually dropped the trailer a day before A24, and we was all like, oh, he was excited. Do you think there was some form of him realizing that A24 were dropping the ball in terms of marketing, and he wanted to push the lever a little bit quicker?
I think he knows his notoriety in terms of black cinema, so it was him using his leverage for marketing because A24 weren't going to do it.
Yeah. Bruv, so when this film come out actually? It's on the 22nd, right?
Yes, I believe so. So that's this week. This week, Friday. And it's competing with Eddington.
Ooh. And Egerton's getting. I went to Picture House Cinema the other day, and Egerton's all over. Is all over the gaff. It's literally all over the gaff. Yeah, it's actually quite sad to see a film in this caliber shouldn't go thrown on streaming platforms. So I do urge people. We're talking about right now. This is gonna be all over social media. Go watch Highest to Lowest in the cinema. This is Spike Lee, Denzel Washington, A$AP Rocky, Ice Spice. This is music related. I heard there's a lot of jazz, a lot of hip hop in it as well.
The
Heard it's
style,
visually beautiful.
the style. One of the biggest things that I saw, I don't know if it was Dazed or another publishing company, but they said also the style in this film is phenomenal. We're gonna add in an image of Denzel Washington in a suit, looking crisp, looking sharp. Don't know why this hasn't circulated as much as it should have.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you're already hearing that it's the style that everyone's been talking about, and one of the big things that people love about film at the current moment is the fashion.
Yeah, and I think this is
the
one.
So don't wait to go on streaming. Go to the fucking cinema. In the words of the Cinema Junkies Club.
Go to the fucking cinema. Yes, that's it really. Go to the cinema and watch this like now. We have one last topic on here. What, Anthony?
Why are you giggling like this?
Anthony Mackie was spotted in London, London town, late night,
Oh no,
having a late night treat. Hey, when I saw this picture, I thought it was an old picture. I didn't think it was like today. I thought it was ages ago. That's literally how he looked. He looked at her.
Mesmerized or possessed. I can't tell between
He looked
the
at her
two.
like Garfield looked at lasagna. He was ready to yam.
But the thing is, I can't tell if this was legit normal life or if this was press for something that's coming out.
Oh really? He does have a show on Peacock. I can't remember the name of the show. He does have like a show that's, I think it came out this week or come out next week. So I don't know if that's part of it. Let's spice it up.
Or something else that's coming out. I don't know. Feels a bit too PR-y for me.
Yeah, it feels.
Because do you know how many celebrities there are in London?
Yeah.
How do London people react to celebrities in London?
And he did the face that he's known for doing.
Yeah.
Where he's like, hey, Anthony Mackie, man, you're moving crazy.
But like for me, I don't know. Like it just doesn't. It feels set up. You know what I mean? I have seen Tom Hardy in the flesh. Did you see me running around taking pictures? No. I stared at him from a distance and I said, nah, I'm staring too much. This is weird. And I walked away. That's how Londoners act.
Who is this white woman? But there's a picture where he kisses her and he grabs her ass.
It's giving Hancock in the lockdown situation. Do you remember?
Hancock in the lockdown situation.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
No.
MP.
Hancock?
Yeah.
The movie? Hancock MP?
Yeah. I'll send you.
Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot about the what
the
is it?
Conservative MP.
Yeah, because he had to go in the.
He's secretary, bro.
He's going crazy.
Anyway, so I feel like I'll take this with a pinch of salt. I feel like this is a PR moment. Why are the pictures so crisp?
Yeah, it's not explaining who the girl is. It's just saying it's a mystery woman.
Why are the pictures so crisp, Juna?
Yeah. He's holding. You know what? No comment. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll break this down closer to the time. I know something's gonna come up.
I'm telling you, it's PR.
Something's gonna come up. But on that note, this is episode 77 of the Outtake Show. You got the host of the most, Yarman Junes, is in the building. We also got the silent assassin as well, Mazzavelli. Tickets for the Black Pub quiz is now available. It will be on the 11th of September. Be sure to be there. It will be square.
I know that date is awkward. Trust me, we've heard that millions of times.
Shout out to our American audience out there. Until next time. Peace.
Bye.